Says 1640 on this Quant ISO TC307 Cosmos compatible. Man, sounds big, right? Absolutely, right? And you know, I always mention some of the things from Investor Place. Investor Place feels very strong on Atom Cosmos, right? Let's go ahead and play this. Let me know your thoughts after you hear this. Smash that like if you haven't done so already. I'm gonna expand this. Let's go ahead and play this. And here we go.
Another project that is also always in this conversation is the Quant network. And this one was pretty much the easiest to run through. You guys know I did that full breakdown of the Quant network, the founder, the TC307 ISO certification, which also plays a factor here. It does, because the TC307 provides people an alternative to ISO 20022 that through Quant's Overledger gateway will connect them to those compatible messages. That's the power of the Quant network for you in a nutshell, is that Overledger gateway. Now, some surprising names that popped up when I did this research was Cosmos. This is an interesting story because I remember a few months back, a couple of the inner core, my inner circle, they told me, hey, look at Cosmos. Check out what they got going on. And I was like, all right, because I was so used to seeing the Cosmos SDK on other projects. I'm like, all right, let me find out why. Well, sure enough, ladies and gentlemen, in September of 2022, a developer posted in the forum. He says, hey, ISO is around the corner. We don't have the proper messaging formats to, read those messages, so forth and so on. A month later, Cosmos SDK can now read ISO messaging. That also means that every other chain running Cosmos SDK can also read ISO messaging. This includes Crypto.com, Request, Tezos, Kava, Near Protocol. The list goes on. All right, just look at Cosmos's ecosystem. It's insane. And then the last surprise was the Casper network. Right? And then when you really think about the Casper network, it's not a full surprise. But when it comes to ISO, it's their relationship with the Hyperledger Foundation. Hyperledger, we already know, running ISO compatible messaging 24/7. So it makes you think the other projects in the Hyperledger Foundation that currently don't have it, could they go to the board, to the head, and be like, hey, we need some APIs for this ISO thing? It's possible, in my opinion. That's how Casper is going to take advantage of the ISO migration. And that's very interesting because Casper also has another upgrade coming to their POS system. It's a similar setup to what XDC did with the XD POS 2.0. I have to look more into it, but I'm pretty sure that upgrade is going to open the doors for that ISO, for ISO messaging. Now, I've gone over the coins, the new coins that popped up in this research. What didn't come up was some of the other projects on the ISO list. IOTA could not find any APIs. Not worried about that though. Hedera did not find any APIs. Algorand did not find any APIs. Cardano, I did not find any APIs. I did not find. Now, this isn't to discredit those projects, and I'm not saying that they can't in the future create those APIs. Cardano is leaning heavily into micropayments, so at some point they're going to have to. And the same story goes for IOTA. IOTA is on a completely different tier, though. They're handling the green, trade finance, stuff like that, IoT. However, their standards are those standards are still going to trickle into IOTA's ecosystem. So at some point, like I said, they're going to have to. And here's another thing too. I found this pyramid here, right? And you'll see here, one of the companies listed on this pyramid, this ISO pyramid, is Tata Communications. That's a Hedera governing council member. Now, like I said, I haven't found the documentation that talks about Hedera's APIs in relation to ISO 2022, but they are working with Tata. And if Tata is leaning in that direction and they go to use an Hedera application or service, Hedera is going to have to get that API together. And that's the crucial piece here, guys. That's the theme to this entire video, is the next stage for ISO is going to center around APIs. And like I said, anyone can create an API. And with that, this means that
it means before he even says it, and he might not say it, right? I reviewed this, not all of it, because this is a 23-minute video. But just real quick, so he mentioned a lot about the whole thing with, HBAR. You have, for instance, Casper. By the way, Mike, that was impressive in regards to Casper. But my thing is this: when we were originally talking about with Quant, right, with ISO TC307, also what Quant brings to the table with Overledger, he was talking about, this particular project has to get something together with APIs and this one and that one. Guys, you know the answer. And if you're new, maybe you don't. Quant stands ahead of the pack, like on a giant tip of the mountain, looking down and observing all of it because of what they solve with Overledger. Making all of these APIs do what? Become interoperable. So if he's saying, the key to all this basically is APIs, and APIs. And, after this whole thing with ISO 222 mandate coming out and so on, these solid projects, don't get me wrong, kidding me, HBAR is my number 5 on my list. With all that said, if that is the next step, Quant is already there to get it done. That's the key thing, right? We're going to play a little bit more in regards to this. Thank you for being here. We'll kick it in the comments here in a little bit. This is a good video because, if anything, just like the thumbnail says, right? Preparing for March. It should say preparing for March 20th. But in reality, you get what I'm saying, right? Like he even has in his title. Look at what it says on the top. Get ready for March 20th. Your ISO coins are about to change forever. Just like, what's his name? Squints from Sandlot. Forever. All right, let's play a little more about this. More into this. I'm so happy to actually be here. I wasn't even supposed to be here this weekend. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Love our community. Love what we got here. If you haven't done so already, go to ctnnetwork.net. Make yourself a free account. Communicate with other people, part of the CTN fam. You'd be glad you did so. Kick back, relax, and if you got a frown, turn it upside down. Why? Man, we're going to be smiling here soon. I feel like I could taste it. Can you taste it? I'm not talking about your drink, right? This is watermelon juice. But yes, know what you have, know what you hold, know the research that you've done for all this time with us or other communities, right? Shout out to Ted, Live Capital. The whole point is this: all these communities have come together, whether it's us, them, you name it. This is the big stuff, right? Let's get more into this. So glad to be here. All right, here we go.
all of these projects could be ISO compliant before the end of the year, because now it's going to be a benchmark. It's going to be a standard feature that you must have in order to compete. That's what I kept telling people when I grasped the understanding of the ISO messaging part. It all made sense. It's not a compliance situation. It's not an elite group of this, that, and whatever the heck they're telling you. These are messaging standards that, like I've just shown you, affects everything. And it's going to be the crux, the lifeblood of the future payment system. It's what's going to allow the future payment system to become instant. So, like I said, this changes everything. And I had to get this video out before the 20th, because then I'd just be, I'd be like jumping on a trend like everybody else. But y'all know that ain't me. So with that, that's all I got for this one. If you found value, of course, leave a comment down below.
Excuse me. Yes, we did find value. And you want to know something? We got to give this guy a proper plug as well. So, I mean, he has a lot of subscribers. So on YouTube, you can go, just like you see right here, to DHN Crypto. He's got 18,100 subscribers. So his channel's got about roughly close to, 11,000 more than us. Got a great camera, crystal clear, all that good stuff, right? DHN Crypto. Give him a follow. That was an awesome video. Very well done. Of course, there's more to it than this, right? If you want to view the whole thing, he's got the whole thing in regards to the new ISO roadmap. He does a great breakdown. But yeah, by all means, give him a follow. I'm gonna go ahead and follow him on my Maximus Crypto one. I'll probably follow him on some of the other ones like CTN, DPG Maximus, and so on. But yeah, glad to have brought that to you guys. Shout out to Crypto Talk Now sideline reporter, Mr. Crypto McDizzle for Shizzle, aka Mike Cornwell, doing it big. Thank you very much, Mike. That was awesome. All right. I don't know about you guys. Is the juices flowing? Are you excited about what is going on? You guys know we don't really hype you guys up too much here at CTN. We just bring you the news, bring the education, so on. But man, there is a lot to be excited about. There's a lot to be hyped up about. And don't get me wrong, maybe Monday nothing necessarily happens and so on. But to just think that nothing's gonna happen, like I mentioned before, it's like going out and buying a, I guess I'll use this term, like a brand new Ferrari or something like that. We're always talking about win Lambo. Well, a brand new Ferrari, right in showroom condition, and you see it there, but you don't take it out for a spin. You went through all the trouble to acquire that darn Ferrari, but you don't take it out for a spin. Same particular example. You better believe that some of these central banks are going to take advantage of the new technology. That just simply makes sense, because otherwise, what are they doing? What would they be doing?
Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have not yet subscribed, do yourself a favor and subscribe for more information on the ISO 222 compliant tokens, and hit the notification bell to make sure that you are aware of the new videos when they come up. Max and I cover these ISOs, and we also have a live show every single night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune in for that. You won't want to miss it. Thanks again, and we will see you on the next video.